Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to take a look at some more art crayons. You may remember a comparison that I did a while back. I will link it down below in the video description. But I went through all of my crayons, my artist crayons, my kids crayons, all the crayons I had, and I compared them to see what would give us the effects that we might be going for. My favorite crayon, bar none, is the Neocolor 1 crayons. I also like the art sticks, but they're no longer available, and I can see since I made this chart there's been some bloom on those art sticks. I can rub it off right now and you can see how bright that gets, but that's something that you will see with Prismacolor pencils and with their art sticks. Sadly, the art sticks are no longer available. Maybe a little bit of bloom on the Neocolor ones. We could actually go wipe all the bloom off these. Bloom is when the wax just kind of rises up over the out of the crayon. But man, let's look at these. There's some really nice options here. We've got Neocolor 1 by Crayons. We've got art sticks by Prismacolor. Oh, and I put prices here. Neocolor 1 is $60 for a pack of 40 or $2.25 each. Of course, this is like from last year. The price may have changed. Crayola color sticks, you get $8 for 12, and those are kind of like woodless colored pencils. Very nice for the price. Deli Color Emotion and Blick Plasticolor, those are plastic crayons. They're meant for kids, but they're nice and vibrant. Crayola Twistables, very easy to find. Mr. Sketch Twistables. Crayola Project Easel, Project Crayons, the easy peel ones. Those are kind of like China markers. Jane Davenport Power Pastels, which I found another crayon that I think is the same as these, and the Crayola, just the regular crayon. So all vibrant, all beautiful, but for artists' quality use, I would say the Neocolor 1, the art sticks if you can still get them, the JD Power Pastels, Jane Davenport Power Pastels, and we're going to take a look at what we have here because I think that I may have found a nice dupe for my favorite version. So first I want to look at my favorite. This is the Crayons Neocolor 1. And they are an artist crayon. They look like the Neocolor 2s, which are the water-soluble version. These are the non-water-soluble version. And then Crayons also makes a set of 15 half-stick Swisscolor crayons, and I'm curious to see if they are going to be the same or very similar. Because Crayons' Swisscolor version of the Neocolor 2s, the water-soluble ones, are very similar to the their professional line, and I think I have a video comparing those too, and if I can find those, the water-soluble crayon comparison, I will link that down below. So I want to do a side-by-side comparison. Let's just mark on our paper. We'll do Swiss and Neo 1. And I want to match my colors as good as I can, so those two are probably pretty similar. So the Swisscolor first. Very nice color laydown. Very smooth. These have a little bit of a, they're round, but they've got a little bit of a ridged edge to them. Actually, I think so do these under the wrapper. I have a theory that maybe because these are little half stick sets, maybe they're the same product, just in a smaller size, not sharpened for, you know, so people can try it out. It's a little bit cheaper. Those feel identical. Let's try the orange. And I like this because a lot of people don't like the Neocolor ones, and if you could spend less and see if you like them, then I think that's a good idea. Ooh, they blend together so nice. Look at that. Okay, that's a Swisscolor. Let's try the Neocolor 1. Very similar. I almost think the Swisscolor might blend a little bit better, but they're newer, so that could be why. So nice. In fact, we could even go back over to the first color. Oh, it's like silk. Very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the same thing. Then we've got this red. Let's match it up. Especially with how close the colors match. I mean, the feel is uncanny. So very similar. Yeah, it's like they want to skip exactly the same way as the other ones do, like on any of the green of the paper. Now I'm gonna go back in with the orange. Boy, these to me feel the same. Ah, I'm getting smears though from little crumbs. Then we've got this. Yeah, and the way the colors match, I'm kind of like, are those the same? Let's see. Oh, so pretty. I think these are the same product, just in a smaller size for less money. In fact, that's kind of exciting because then I could take that smaller set and I can just put it in my travel art kit and have travel art supply. I love it. I love it. Okay, now we've got this purple. Let's match it to the corresponding purple. Is it close to that one or close to this one? I think it's closer to this one. Man, oh man, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I mean, obviously I know the difference because we've got one sharpened and one's longer, you know. Blending, the blending is awesome. I would highly recommend trying these. That way you can try it out before you spend a bunch of money to see if you even like it, because not everybody likes it. I like them. I like these as a fast way to like blend colored pencil and get a lot of color down. And I like these, I actually prefer these to the art sticks. So, hey, that works for me. So ultramarine blue here, let's, is that the same? No. Maybe it's more of a cobalt blue. Oh, actually, no, it's called ultramarine. Man, I think I found the steal of the century. This is awesome. I think actually I'll take those crayons and put them in my fun art desk. I found an old like kind of paper mache suitcase type thing, and I brought it upstairs so that I could stash some other art supplies because I don't have a lot of clutter upstairs in my fun art desk because it opens up to the balcony. Of course, it's too cold to go out there and paint this time of year. At the time I'm filming this, maybe not by the time it goes up, but I don't want to see a bunch of clutter when I am, you know, just relaxing. So I have my marker set up. My markers look pretty, you know, brushes look pretty. Boy, those are identical. So I brought the suitcase up to sit on my shelf. I think that's probably the same. And yeah, I could totally stash that little set in there, and it'll help me because I do have a set of my old Prismacolors up there. Be nice to work with those. Oh man, they're the same. Allegedly, obviously, I can't say definitively because I'm not a scientist that works there. Maybe they do something different to these smaller sets, but I think they just cut them short and offer them as like an intro. I'm going to blend that back with this lighter color. Oh, they blend so good. Okay, what color is this? Is it this one? I think so. Looks like it. Oh, for those of you sleeping, whenever I do these comparison videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, people are going to be just sleeping. What color was it? Was it this one? I think so. But that's okay. Now for the green. This is a beautiful, beautiful bright green. The colors they picked are really good. Now this doesn't look exact. So I think they used to also have a larger line of these crayons, or the Neocolor ones, maybe not the Swisscolor, but the Neocolor ones. I think they used to have a larger line. Actually, though, they look the same colored out. Don't they? I think so. Alright, next color, yellow ochre. Yellow ochre, black, gray, white. We can do those underneath. So we go yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. Boy, they feel identical. This is exciting. This color looks like this one right here. I'm so thrilled. This has been literally sitting on my to be reviewed pile for about 6 months. How shameful. I think it's the same darn thing. So save your money. buy the set of 15 Swisscolor for like, I think it's like $8 or $10 or something. It's cheap. And then decide if you want more after you've, you know, after you've tried them out. I'm just going to quickly do the black, gray, white. Oh, that white is nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not just buy those? They blend beautifully. See if you like them. And this isn't like expensive paper. This is just cachet mixed media paper. Blend it back in with the brown. I think this is the brown we used. Oh, so good. Which gray? I think it was, is this gray? Yeah. And white. All right, there we go. I just saved you $60. I've saved you $50. You can thank me later. It's probably actually, I mean, if you compared ounce for ounce and you bought the bulk sizes, it's probably not that big of a savings, but if you just want to try something and see if you like it before you spend the money, look at that. Can you tell the difference? Let me make sure it focuses. You know, try it out, see if you like it before you spend a lot of money. I think that is going to do the trick. So thumbs up on that. I'm super excited. Now, of course, the packaging is nice. It's in a little plastic tray with a sleeve, but that doesn't bother me at all. It's going to keep it just fine. You could always put it in another tin if you have another tin. Yay, I like that. Okay, awesome. So thumbs up to that. 15 colors for about $8 or $10, maybe even less. I don't know. Who knows what the prices are nowadays. And the next one I want to compare is the Jane Davenport Power Pastels and the Niji Artist Crayons. So I saw these advertised, my gosh, you know what? It was a year ago when I first saw these advertised. So I probably bought these last spring, sometime after like the big Creativation show happened, because I saw these in a booth and I thought, oh my, those look familiar. So we're going to compare the Jane Davenport Power Pastels with Niji Artist Crayons. All right. Let's just try to match them up. So we've got this warm yellow. I don't know if they'll be the same, but now these have a less pleasant feel to them. They are kind of sticky feeling. These actually feel a little bit smoother, but it could just be because they're newer. These are a couple of years old. Let me just put it right. Yeah, side by side, I don't think I would tell the difference, honestly. And then we've got this more lemony one. This is the Power Pastel. Let's go to the lemony one. These have more of a drag. These, they don't feel like oil pastels. They're stickier than oil pastels. And then let's go to the orange. They're fun to use. They leave really satisfying marks. Why did I do it that way? I should have gone into this lighter color. Oops. Jane's are in order. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Does maybe... I'm thinking maybe the Jane Davenport ones just feel slightly different. These would be really nice for wax resist. They're kind of like in between a crayon and an oil pastel. I kind of want to put a little... No, the colors seem to be the same. You know what I think it is? I think it's a contrast of these black wrappers versus the lighter toned color wrappers. I think that's what's throwing me off. I think the colors are exactly the same. Then we've got this pink. Now, if you had like the Jane Davenport Power Pastels, you really loved them, and you used them up, the Niji Artist Crayons would be a good alternative if you can't get Jane's products anymore, because she sells on her website. I'm not sure if she still has this product going, because this was one of the ones that you would get, I think, through Spellbinders at Michael's. I don't see a peach color in the Niji line, so there must be a different color that they have. Which is a bummer, because it's probably a color you use a lot if you follow Jane Davenport's style of artwork, which is really beautiful, whimsical Women. Yellow ochre, look and feel the same. It's burnt sienna color. Yeah, they feel identical. Then we got like a burnt umber color. I think these are really good for like gestural drawings, not so much for like I feel like I could do something a little bit more refined with the Caran d'Ache Neocolor ones or Swisscolor, and these would be more like I want to get some real gestural, really bold marks on my work. So it really would just depend on the look that I'm after. That baby blue color. Looks like this baby blue color. I think we have a match. I think these are the same product. And somebody asked me about the Niji watercolors. The Niji watercolors, I believe, are the same as Phoenix watercolors. They even are in the same blue metallic tin, so I think those are definitely white labeled from Phoenix. And they'll also be very similar to the Cotman watercolors if you know them, since they moved there. The Cotman watercolors since probably about 2015, 2016 when they moved to China. I think these are made in China. I'll have to look at the packaging, and we'll do that when we're done. Don't let me forget. Next we have this bright green. These are fun. These are fun. They don't, I think it just depends on the type of work you do, whether you would get a lot of use out of these. And they both sets come with the same blender, which kind of looks like a resist crayon like you would use when you Easter egg dye. So I think there's definitely a lot of uses for this in a mixed media way. Ooh, this is a pretty teal color. Is that? Oh, I think you've got that in. That would probably be a pretty one if you blended it out. Yeah, that's the same color. I'm just gonna do a little swatch there because I think I'm gonna try blending that out with some white and lightening it. Let's see. Then we've got a black. I think it's important to do these comparisons because that way people don't buy the same thing twice thinking they're getting different products. Or if people like ran out of something and they want to get it again, they can get it again. I gotta figure out what color do we have in, what color do we have in Niji that we don't have in Jane, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What color did I not swatch? Was it this one? Is this the missing color? Oh, there we go. So we got a purple in Niji, and you got a peach, like a peachy pink. So that's the difference right there. The difference between the sets. And then I want to try blending out with the white. Blending that teal color out with the white. And then I also want to try, let's try blending that color out with clear and see what happens. I don't know what about this. I might use this a little bit more as like just a clear resist stick or something. But yeah, there you have it. We could try that same teal thing with the white and the clear Jane Davenport one, just to make sure they react the same. I think that's about how I colored them out. And do the white here. These do not smudge as easily with your finger as like oil pastels do. They have definitely more of a grab the paper, kind of like a crayon, it's like a soft wax crayon, kind of. And there we have it with the clear. So Yeah, I would say those are identical. I think both of these products are identical, which I think is great news because you can save a little bit of money, because I think this is around 10 bucks as well, and I can't remember what those went for, but they also did have a pretty tin. But I like the fact that when these are used up, I could replenish with this if I wanted to, or just if I'm doing a class at the library, we're doing like maybe a big aquarium scene and I'm going to do a watercolor resist. These would be a treat for kids to use versus just like Crayola crayons, because you're going to get so much more pigment and so much more resistibility because they're so thick and waxy and pigmented that I think it would be a lot of fun. So. But I'm so excited about these. I will link all the stuff down below in the video description. I'll link the Power Pastels if they're still available, but definitely these products I picked up at Blick. The prices were great, and I'm so excited to have a little travel set of these crayons to go in either my travel art bag or my upstairs fun art desk, because I see no difference in the quality between these and the Neocolor ones. Yeah, you probably can get a better blend by sharpening them if you want to, but that's up to you. I think once you wear the edges down, you're going to get a smoother blend. But I totally forgot to tell you where these were made. These are made by Yatsumoto, and they are made in China. And the Power Pastels are made, it doesn't say where they're made, but I'm pretty sure they'd be made in China. If there was any over packaging, I no longer have it. These are Swiss made, just like the Neocolor ones. So there you have it. Just wanted to make sure I got you that information before we finished up here. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting. Bye.